Olwyn James, Project Planning Manager for Asset Delivery in Irish Water. Olwyn, when did you become interested in planning?
I think I've always been interested in planning, but I didn't realise when I was younger that there was a planning career out there. I'm very interested in the impact our interactions with places and our environment has on our experiences. If you're in a high quality place or you're influenced by the land uses and the building uses around you, your access to services like schools and hospitals and how you travel and get around the place has a huge impact on whether you have a good experience or a bad experience. And then as I worked in planning, I became more interested in the nuts and bolts of those kind of connections of how's power generated, where does the water we use come from and go to, and down to as simply as how does the food get to our plate.
So how did you become a planner?
I took a little bit of a winding road to becoming a planner. I started out with an arts degree. I have a degree in English and art history, and then I did a couple of postgrad courses in architectural conservation. So I worked in conservation for a while and then realised that there was this world of planning out there open to me, and I went back to college and I did a 2-year master's in urban and regional planning and then started working as a planner in a local authority where I was for about 13 years. So now I work for Irish Water. I've been there for about 7 years and I'm the project planning manager in the infrastructure delivery portfolio.
So what does your day-to-day job entail then?
Irish Water has a multi-billion euro investment plan, and what we aim to do is provide water services for our towns and villages and ensure we're compliant with our environmental requirements in terms of protecting waters and seas and rivers, and also ensuring that drinking water is supplied to homes around the country. So to do that, we're involved in delivering new wastewater treatment plants and drinking water supplies, or upgrading our existing plants around the country. So every day is different. I work with teams of people, and because of the nature of what we do, we've got such a connection with the environment. Those teams are made up of kind of a multidisciplinary skills like scientists, ecologists, water quality modelers, and lots of engineers and other planners. So my day might consist of trying to identify a new site for a wastewater treatment plant. We'd make sure that whatever projects we're trying to deliver, we minimise our energy use, and we try to make sure that we don't have any net loss in terms of biodiversity. So we try to keep as many hedgerows and trees as possible wherever we're putting new infrastructure. I'd then be involved in our planning applications, and that's quite complicated because we link in with all sorts of legislation like the Water Framework Directive, Environmental Impact Assessment, Urban Wastewater Treatment, and the Habitats Directive, which is all about environmental protection. I'd also be involved in oral hearings for planning and compulsory purchase orders, where we have to go and stand up and explain what our project is about and try and get planning permission for it. And a lot of what I do is involved with stakeholders. So we go out to communities and we explain what we're looking to do, and we get information from the people on the ground who know best about the land that we're trying to deliver a project on. And we'd also engage with our other stakeholders as well, like elected reps and politicians and any other stakeholders who might be interested in what we're trying to achieve. So it's very busy, but it's a lot of fun.
But what is your favourite aspect, Olwyn, of being a planner?
Absolutely, my favourite part of my job is delivering public infrastructure. So infrastructure that we need every day in our everyday lives to make our world and our life a little bit better. So before I joined Irish Water, I was involved in delivering a schools programme and also delivering some infrastructure like cycleways and pedestrian routes, stuff that people use every single day. That's kind of how our world works, and it's incredibly satisfying seeing the immediate positive impact on a community if they have fresh drinking water in their tap or their seas are cleaner because of the work that we do. So it is that immediate effect on a community that's so rewarding, but also the work we do is also impacts those kind of bigger picture aims of the country to be more sustainable as well.
What is the area of planning you are most interested in?
Absolutely project delivery. It is all about getting out there, delivering those projects and engaging with other people, communities, and incredibly clever, smart, dedicated people who are part of those teams.
So I guess, what advice would you give someone who is interested in becoming a planner?
Planning is a brilliant career, and if you've got any interest at all in kind of steering the direction of how our world works, I'd encourage people to go into planning. It increasingly needs people with a variety of skills. So if you're interested in science or geography, ecology, biodiversity, water, transport, urban design, architecture, engineering, there's a place for you in planning. There's a huge broad breadth of job opportunities out there across a wide range of areas, whether it's public authorities or private sector, utilities, other agencies. You need to be adaptable. You want to get change into your life and always be learning as you go.
Sounds like a wonderful job. So my final question, Olwyn, to you is, what do you see for the future development of Ireland, and how do you feel planners can contribute to this?
So I think Ireland has had a lot of challenges in the past, and we've always been really innovative and smart and hardworking to work our way out of those challenges. I think globally we're facing an unprecedented challenge with climate change and biodiversity, and planning has a significant role to play in that by either writing policy and making sure we stick to that policy and combating climate change. We also have day-to-day issues to face, like making sure there's homes and schools available for people, that people can get around and do their ways of whatever they want to do in a day, and make sure they can have playing pitches to go to and all of that stuff, and that they're living in an environment that works for them and provides them with a high quality of life, and there's a good place to be for people. So planners have a significant role to play in that, but also it's not just one industry that sorts all of that out. Everyone has to come together and try to realise that vision, but planners certainly have a significant role to play in identifying the barriers and knocking down those barriers to make sure everybody has a really high quality of life.
Olwyn James, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.